let's yap. Okay, so before I get into this video, I kind of want to give a little bit of a disclaimer. I mean, like, kind of, but not really. I think some people are maybe gonna think that I shouldn't be speaking on this topic because I am missing some of the very nuanced perspectives that might go with some topics of this conversation. This drama is surrounding a dark-skinned black woman, but I just want to let you guys know that I have done a lot of research beforehand, and I promise that I've grabbed a bunch of different videos from a bunch of different nuanced perspectives to fill in the gaps that I might be missing when it comes to certain topics of this conversation. I really don't try to get into the topic of skin color a lot in this conversation, but I just want to let you know that that is a thing, so disclaimed. This has been disclaimed. Also, if you want to be a part of future Yap sessions, you should subscribe to me. It'd be really cute and hot of you. I have a lot of future Yap ideas lined up that I really want to do, and they range drastically in terms of topics. My hyperfixations go crazy. But now, let's get back into the video, because that's what you're here for. Come on, babes. So, who is Fannita? Well, if you don't know, you probably actually do know, similar to me. She's probably popped up on your feed once or twice. She's got a very famous podcast that a lot of clips tend to show up on TikTok, YouTube Shorts, things like that. So you are probably aware of who she is as a person. She is most known for said podcast called Bottoms Up. I'm going to go ahead and play some clips from that podcast just so that you can kind of get an idea of who she is and what the content is that made her kind of blow up.
Show me the worst way you could turn me on.
The worst way?
Yeah. I don't know what that means. That was assault. Show me the best way you could turn me on.
It was also the best way, unfortunately. It's my one move. I go right below the knee, kind of a little bit towards the meniscus, and I just feel it up. It's where sensory gland is. I assume you came?
What?
What? That's my move.
What was it like growing up in Las Vegas?
Nevada?
Yeah, this state.
It was good. I couldn't keep my mom off the pole, but at least we had food on the table.
Hey, at the end of the day, that's real.
Amen.
That's you know what I'm saying? That's $20 is $20 no matter how you make it.
Okay, she made a lot more than that.
But
right?
I mean,
she had a booty that wouldn't quit.
was there like a revolving door of men in your house when you would come home from school eating your snacks, or did your mom ever buy you snacks?
No. My mom kept me pretty lean. We had healthy snacks, but nothing of like high fructose corn syrup descent. And were there a lot of men? No, because my mom was wholesome outside of work.
But she was a stripper.
She was an exotic dancer.
What's the worst race you've ever had sex with?
Ooh, I'm scared.
I'm just playing. Do not answer that.
I'm looking like I'm scared.
I'm just fucking around.
You're not gonna get me on here.
Who's your favorite Atlanta rapper?
Was that on the card? First of all?
No.
Oh, okay. No. Please, y'all. If I say something, look, I'm trapped. It's giving trap.
I don't think any girl makes me nervous other than you. You make me nervous.
Peter, I shouldn't.
Okay.
We're all friends
I'm
here.
blushing so much.
It's just me and my whole
And
my
the
whole crew.
And the crew.
Speaking of the crew, Peter, this is the part of the podcast where I have to come clean about why we're really here.
Oh shit.
So this isn't a podcast. These aren't producers. This is actually a porno.
Oh shit. Is it my first sex tape?
Yeah.
They're gonna pop.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Short boy from Staten Island bangs the shit out of big booty black bitch on pod.
Oh my god.
I think that's a good caption. Write that down. Clip that.
So, while this is the most relevant reason why she has become known throughout the years, more recently she's been known for calling her fans broke. Yep. You heard that correctly. But I mean, we've also kind of always known that Fannita was like this, because she kind of built her platform around being mean. And I'm not saying that to try to sound mean myself. It's just how she is. She's not just speaking her mind. She's just been rude. Sorry. You can speak your mind, for sure, as a person, and you can speak up for what you believe in, but in no way do you have to say this.
I don't think everyone's beautiful. Some people are ugly and that's fine. Like, some people are and that's okay. Like, not everybody's meant to be like attractive. Like, some people aren't aesthetically pleasing to look at, and that's just a fact.
So, yeah. But let's rewind for a minute. Let me take you guys back to the past, all the way to the year of our Lord 2023, last year. This is the first major drama that Fannita got involved in, and it involves the makeup brand Tarte. A little over a year ago, Fannita went on a brand trip with Tarte. This was a really weird decision from Tarte themselves, mainly just because Fannita's content is more known as comedy content, less of that makeup lifestyle content. However, when we look back at that year and specifically the drama surrounding Fannita and that whole topic, Tarte got into some really hot water around this time. Now, if you don't know much about Tarte, don't worry, me neither. I will never pay that much for makeup. This brand is known for not being inclusive with their shades at all, and as this content creator says,
they've known to discriminate against the melanated queens.
I actually got a lot of my information for this part of the video from this creator, so definitely go check out her videos as well. She does really good covering a lot of pop culture topics on TikTok. Before Fannita went on this trip, another black content creator went on this trip by the name of Bria. And after Bria noticed that her itinerary was different from a lot of the other white content creators that were on this trip, she very understandably got upset, made a video about it, and pulled out of the trip. And then because of this, Tarte made the very last minute decision to instead invite Fannita on the trip. In the comments of a lot of Fannita's videos that she was posting from the trip, a lot of people were telling her about the issues that Bria had with Tarte and the issues that Tarte has in general, and it was all kind of building up, I guess, on Fannita, and Fannita basically turned around and said, "You guys ruined this trip for me by harping on me about these things."
Moral of the story is, this is all about colorism and we all know it. A lot of your fave black girls go on these Tarte trips and y'all don't say a word. I go on it because I'm fat and dark-skinned and talk a certain way. Y'all hate it. And y'all attack me for no reason, and this had nothing to do with me. But I hate this is how my first brand trip ended, but I can't change the hands of time. I just have to move forward and move on.
And all of this happened after, of course, Bria made her video talking about the trip and talking about the issues that she had with Tarte on the trip and the differences that she was experiencing in comparison to the white content creators. After the trip, Fannita did end up going live, and there are clips from that live where Fannita basically dogs on Bria, saying that like she kind of ruined the opportunity for herself and that she should have been grateful for the trip.
That's just how I talk. I've always talked like that. You know what I'm saying? Next, Bria is wrong in the situation. I want everybody to understand that Bria misread an email and ran to the internet and pulled the black card. Also, I make all my content for black women. So for y'all to think that I would turn on a black woman for a trip is actually crazy. I just got a call saying, "You want to go to Miami?" I said, "Yeah, I'm not doing shit this weekend." There was no malicious intent. I'm not sinister because everybody would go to Miami. Like, Bria lied. So all of us tonight, we were in the room trying to get Bria on the phone, trying to rectify this, because they were attacking all the dark-skinned girls on the trip. All of us were getting attacked. So we were trying to like get her to be like, "Hey girls, let's fix this."
Fannita was calling her fans jealous because Fannita was able to go on the trip and they weren't, so that's why they were all getting upset, and that's basically how Fannita reacted to the whole Tarte Gate situation. So basically, it feels like Fannita was invited out by Tarte so that she could fill their diversity quota that they lost when Bria left. Fannita played right into the brand's hands by promoting the trip and the brand, and then she basically bullied Bria because of the bad experience that she had with the trip and the brand. So this whole drama, the reason I'm bringing back up the Tarte drama, is basically because, in my opinion, it shows the first major red flag of Fannita as a content creator. The fact that she didn't really want to take the criticism from her fans when they were giving it to her. The fact that she lashed out at Bria for something that she was just expressing that she felt about the trip. This was the first big red flag for Fannita. And that's basically the Tarte controversy wrapped up. And so now I'm going to jump into Fannita's next drama. Now there are a lot of controversies in between this next one, but I'm going to give a quick summary of the Mecca situation. And the reason I'm not going to talk about it too much in depth is because I personally don't think it's that big of a controversy, and like just in doing my research, I wasn't really able to find a whole lot in terms of like opinions and in terms of the story itself. However, I do think I should talk about it because in my opinion it does kind of highlight that mean girl energy that Fannita has and that she pushes on other content creators that are like in the same area as she is, in terms of even if they're smaller content creators or bigger content creators, they're just trying to come up, and she is just a mean girl to them. Bria in the previous controversy is another example. So I thought I should talk about this. So Mecca handled herself also very well in this situation, which is why I don't really have a whole lot to talk about.
It's been 72 hours of think pieces, and it has been really, really great to feel like Beyonce, but I did at least want to come on here and let y'all know that Fannita reached out to me. Me and her have talked. We never had no beef, but we really don't have no beef now. So, you know, it seemed like there's some other stuff going on, some other people picking up where we might have left off. I don't know too much about that. But what I am saying is let's all extend just some grace to each other. You know, we don't need to be on here trying to jump motherfuckers at like I told my family. It has been fun to be the topic of the last 2 days. I'm not going to lie to you, with the reposts and like the ooh-wop and the bams and the likes and the comments and, you know, me being in everybody's video comments. That was real fun. But, you know, we move. We move on to the next topic. You know, TikTok, the cycle only lasts 48 hours, child. You can't be on top forever. Who want to be on top?
This clip is a video from Fannita that is her attempted explanation / her kind of apology over the whole situation, but it pretty much sums up how Fannita reacted to the situation, and it gives a very brief, small summary of the situation itself.
Because everybody was mad at Raven and Miranda and mad at me about a podcast clip.
So basically, Fannita had Raven Simone and Raven's wife on her podcast, and there was some drama with the whole thing. Mecca stitched it and talked about some of the weird energy going on that podcast, and Fannita basically attacked Mecca for saying the things that she said about the podcast, even though a lot of people, like when that whole situation was happening, I got so many videos on my For You page about people reacting to the way Raven Simone's wife acts around her. So it's kind of funny that Fannita specifically called out Mecca in this situation, but yeah, anyway. There's also another kind of background lore to this situation, where I think Mecca said something along the lines of like, not everyone should be skinny, and Fannita thought that this was about her, but Mecca was on her own weight loss journey, and she was just kind of saying it about something else. Again, I'm not too well versed on this part of the controversies, but that is another thing that happened that I think just heightened the tension between the whole situation. So yeah, that's it, really. That's the drama. If you want more explanations to the Mecca and Fannita drama, I'm going to go ahead and link some TikToks that I think sum it up pretty well in the description. And this is how I feel about the drama, which is why I haven't talked about it a lot.
Fannita's going to Mecca. I don't know what's going on. That's all I've been able to gather so far, and I'm just really confused.
Moving on from that drama, Fannita has also been going off recently about how Black content creators don't make as much as white content creators. Let me be perfectly clear in this section of the video. I agree with her. Black content creators are not making as much as white content creators, and that is super shitty of brands, ads, TikToks, the platforms themselves. And I've seen a lot of other really good videos explaining that. Again, I will try to link some of those in the description of this video so that you can get better insight into that problem itself if you want that insight. However, in these rants, Fannita happened to mention that she does not make as much money or get as many brand deals as the influencer Alix Earle.
Since I woke up to tea about the pay gaps and the pay disparities among black creators and white creators, let me add on to it because I didn't really even say what I wanted to say. You saying y'all made me coming back because some of y'all is pocket watching me too hard. Look at the robe. Pockets is flush. Asia does what she needs to fucking do. I gets to the bag. I gets to the manyan. We're already 6 figures in and it's only May. Well over. Not too much, get out my pockets. And that's doing what we can do, even though they roadblocking us. Now, I'm gonna have to call out a few creators so y'all can really understand what the fuck I'm talking about. Cause ain't no other big creators gonna put a name on it. But I'm sorry, girl, I gotta whack you. I'm not trying to read you. But Alex Earl, come to the podium. Alex Earl has the luxury of being able to have white fucking privilege. Imagine a black girl comes online and says she has a dress with throw up in it. She's nasty as fuck. Look at how y'all talk about E. Kane. E. Kane and Alex Earl are twins. Twin flames. But what is Alex and what is E. Kane? What is Alex and what is me? Me and Alex engagement pretty much the same damn shit. And I'm more entertaining. And I have a podcast. And I'm funny. Alex is funny to white people. Or is she even funny? And this is not a drag, Alex. I'm not trying to drag you. I'm just keeping it fucking real. Because if you could get $50K for a brand deal, bitch, we both know I deserve it. $60K, $70K, $80K. You know what I'm saying? I'm having to settle right now for my little funky ass 20. But I want what you white hoes get. And I want it today, ASAP, not tomorrow. Prada, I spent $6,000 in your store. I better be receiving some gifting like y'all do every other white hoe that don't purchase shit from y'all. I need a small bottle of perfume or something for France, if you don't mind. You know what I'm saying? It's hard having to be the one to talk the shit all the time and say the quiet parts out loud, but somebody's got to do it. And now that I have my new titties, I will be more than willing. Alex, girl, I'm not trying to drag you. That's not even a read. It's not your fault that you're white. Opportunities come better to white people, and that's just how the country was built. You know what I'm saying? It's systemic. I'm not hating that you get to the money, young girl. I'm just saying I need it fair across the board, or I'm gonna start being mediocre like you white hoes. Because if I take away popular sounds, half you hoes ain't got a fucking account. Don't let me wake it up. And I'm not trying to be rude, and I'm not trying to be nasty. And if you think I am, then dance your way into my DMs and let's tussle if you feel hit. Period. And we all know that I'm the baddest. Gag it.
I'm gonna sum up this drama pretty quickly too, just because it's kind of another silly one to me, in my opinion. Fannita has a podcast. She's a comedian, content creator. Alix Earle is a lifestyle influencer who is all about partying, expensive clothes, health, whatever. I don't really know. I don't watch Alix Earle like that. It's just not the content that appeals to me. However, the same brands that reach out to Alix are not going to reach out to Fannita simply because they don't make the same content. So people are basically just mad that Fannita brought up Alix's name when it's like obvious that they would not be working with the same brands. They make drastically different content. Why would the same brand that works with a lifestyle partier, like that type of influencer, want to team up with a comedian podcast, like that type of thing? And I think they're extra mad because Fannita keeps passing it off as like these brands don't want to work with her because she's a dark-skinned black woman who was plus size. And that's the reason that all of these brands don't want to work with her, is what she's saying. Not because she and Alix make different content. Now, Fannita was not very strategic in bringing up Alix Earle's name in her rants, but like, come on, guys. They're both making so much money from their respective brand deals and their respective AdSense and content and stuff like that. So this is a really dumb thing to be mad about. Alix Earle never responded because, like, that's how stupid it was. Why would she respond? So basically, like, Fannita should have just compared herself to a content creator, a white content creator who makes similar content as her and gets paid more, not to Alix Earle, who makes drastically different content. That's it. That's the whole drama there. So moving on from that, more recently, within the past week, 2 week, months, all that type of stuff, is when everything has kind of been building up on Fannita. She has been going on some very interesting rants on her TikTok page. This is the reason that I'm making this video. I didn't even know about the Mecca situation or the Alex Earle situation or the Tarte trip situation before I started making this video. This is the reason I'm making it, because this is what's sitting wrong with me within this whole drama thing. So for some backup context real quick, because I briefly talked about it, but I didn't talk about it too much. Fannita used to be a bigger woman, and recently she has lost a lot of weight. Big congratulations to her for that, by the way. Being a fat girl myself, I know how difficult the weight loss journey can be. It is not a fun one to go on. So, like, just huge congrats. I'm so happy that she was actually able to do it, if that is truly what she needed and wanted in life. Genuinely, Fannita, if you are watching this video, great job. And I'm not being sarcastic. I realize I sound I'm not being sarcastic. I realize I sound sarcastic. You did fantastic. That is amazing. Good for you. However, in a lot of her recent videos, she has been using the fact that she used to be fat for hating on people now.
I had a master scheme, right? So when I was fat, you know what I mean, and like loud and shit, I couldn't say certain things. I made a whole video about it. It was 7 minutes long. If you didn't watch it, you didn't watch it, right? And so now, the videos of how I used to talk and how I present myself, that was me code switching. So now that y'all hearing me talk like this, I'm not mad. This is how I talk. This is the real me, and she's free. I told y'all, I literally was planning on getting these new titties and going in on you bitches, because y'all have gotten away with talking about me for far too long. But now I can finally be as mean as I've always been. And it feels so fucking good. I'm not gonna lie, skinny privilege, that's one of the things that happen when you lose weight, man. Skinny privilege is real. Because when literally, that's why I had to bite my tongue on a lot of shit. Because I would be scared. Ooh, y'all would have me shaking in my boots, shivering me timbers. I don't want to speak on that. They're going to jump me because I'm fat. Now I got to let it slide. They're going to jump me because I'm fat. I'm going to be a big body, sloppy ass bitch if I say something. Oh. Big tits and a slim waist now, so I can speak on whatever the fuck I want to, and I can say it however the fuck I want to.
So yeah, she said that. Listen, I have been on the internet as a fat girl since I was 13. I do have an understanding of what it is like to receive cruel, truly hateful comments. Definitely not in the same magnitude as Fannita, but I have received those comments both online and offline throughout my life. However, if I had lost a ton of weight, I would never turn around and treat people with the same cruelty I have been treated with, especially if I'm treating people who have actually been the ones supporting me this entire time in that cruel way. It's just like really interesting to me that she's saying these types of things, and like, yeah, I'm gonna play more because Fannita then went on to say this.
Tell y'all something about intersectionality. When you're fat, you cannot be mean, you fat bitch. You're fat already. Slow your roll. You can be fat and funny, and you can be fat and nice and look like you give such good cuddles. Oh my God, you look like you give great hugs. Oh my God, you look so cuddly, you fat little teddy bear, you. And I knew if I opened the floodgates and I started reading bitches when I was fat, oh my God, I would have been on a stake and I would have been an angry, fat black woman, no Medea. And I would lose out on job opportunities.
What I find really funny about this content is that she was mean to people when she was fat. She did read people when she was fat. That's like literally what she was known for on her podcast. Her honesty and her reading of people is how she built her audience. I'm just so baffled by that. Anyway, she also goes on to say this in that video.
Period. I like the people that support and like me. But the rest of you ugly, dirty hoes in your fucking Section 8 housing apartments, sitting in your dirty, broken cars that need transmission replacements, talking about me, I hate you. And I always have, and I always will, and I've never forgotten about anybody that's talked about me.
And there are just so many issues with that. But good, okay. She clarified that she doesn't actually hate her supporters, just poor people that hate on her. Okay, sure. Got it? But anyway, she goes on to say this more in that same video.
Tag them so I can make sure I have the lineup of all my enemies and I can start taking them out one by one. What I'm doing for y'all right now is teaching you a life fucking lesson. You don't get to bully no fucking body and then be mad when the rabbit got the gun. It ain't no fun when the rabbit got the gun. And I'm Bugs Bunny, bitch. Gag it. I can look at your profile picture and not even see your whole face, and I already got 34 jokes written about you. I can read.
So, okay, here's the thing. I understand her mindset. I do. I truly get just wanting to be mean to the people that have hurt you or the people that have been mean to you in the past. I understand that. But the fact that she talks so often about the hurt that she felt when people were making fun of her when she was fat, then turns around and says this makes, like, really truly no sense to me. Fannita, if you are watching this, I am saying this with the utmost sincerity. Take the high road. Please. You are above them, and this is not to boost your ego more than it already is. Your ego is plenty boosted, but you are above them. People bully content creators online because they have something wrong in their own lives, and it's super shitty, and people shouldn't do it, but they do. It's inevitable for any person who has an online presence. And yes, it might have been in more quantity for you when you were fat and because you're a dark-skinned fat woman, as you always say, but it happens to everyone in different quantities. But you are the one with the supporters who genuinely care about you and who give you compliments and uplift you and have been with you since the beginning. So focus on those comments. Because if you start attacking every single person who's been mean to you, you have the power to destroy other people's lives. They do not have the power to destroy yours. I was looking at Fannita's Instagram story recently, like right before I started writing the script for this video, and I saw that she posted this. Now, again, this is another moment. I do not want you to misinterpret me at all. What this person said is a terrible thing to say to another human being, and they should definitely not have said it to Fannita, no matter how many followers Fannita has. That is an awful thing to say. Fannita, the big content creator, should not have posted this on her Instagram story. She should not have exposed this obviously very young person who only has 200 followers. This person that she posted is in high school. It says that they are in high school in their Instagram bio. And you, Fannita, as a content creator with over millions of followers, have just opened up a huge floodgate of hatred towards this person, this high schooler. From what I could find, their account doesn't exist anymore. They deleted it, or they changed it, or they went private, but I tried to look up their username, doesn't exist. Well, it does exist, but it's not them. Again, this high schooler definitely should not have said what they said about you, and they should have repercussions for it. But you opening up the floodgates like that is not the repercussions that they deserve. You are an adult. They are a minor in high school. Just have to keep emphasizing that, because it's insane to me that you would repost a DM that you received from a high schooler on your story like that. Fannita should have handled that very differently, just like Fannita should be handling all of the hate comments very differently. Because if you keep letting every single comment like this to get to you on such a personal level that you have to expose each and every one, you are going to have a miserable career online. Again, Fannita exposed a high schooler to loads of hate. And yes, this high schooler should not have said what they said, but Fannita should not have done that either. That's honestly mainly what I wanted to talk about. I was like mulling it around in my head to make this video for a while, because yes, her content has been appearing on my page on my For You page for a long time, so I really did want to talk about it because no one in my real life cares about her. So I couldn't yap about this with anyone else, but I did want to yap about it here. But like, I wasn't actually going to make the video, but after I saw that she did this, and after I saw how she's been handling all these hate comments, I decided to make a full timeline of her controversies and talk about the episode that she is going through right now, and the fact that she keeps just like dumping hatred on poor people. That baffles me. Like, she keeps making fun of them in all of these rants that she's going on, and especially when in a lot of these rants, well, in one of these rants specifically, she talked about how she used to be poor, and then she goes and makes fun of poor people. Like, it's not making sense to me. I'm gonna play a few more clips from Fannita's that are a little bit concerning that have been popping up recently, that I think should be noted. I didn't really have any good spot to put them in. I don't want this video to be too long. And yeah, I will be giving my final thoughts after these clips, so you can either skip through these clips if you don't want to watch them. If you've been keeping up with all this drama and you've seen all these clips, go ahead and skip through them and go to my final thoughts, but I thought these needed to be played if you are completely out of the loop with the situation.
Yes, you stupid, ugly bitch. I backed into her because I was facing the front, and I didn't know she was behind me. I don't have eyes in the back of my head like your big head ass. So shut the fuck up, you ugly, stupid whore. Unfollow me, by the way. I don't want your ugly ass on my team. Goodbye. You bitches ain't never had a house call before, funky bitches. I'm in my living room. You're in the projects. And she made you bring her kids a 10-piece lemon pepper. And she split them 10 wings 5 ways. Dead fucking wrong. I don't ever have to leave to get my shit done. Period. Gag it. Y'all just don't know when to leave me alone. You know what I'm saying? Y'all already trying to spin new narratives. You know, I just told y'all why I'm finally talking the way I want to talk. Because when I was fat, y'all didn't give me a voice. But let me break it down for you hoes real quick. No eyes, this shit, 'cause I'm dead serious because you bitches about to piss me off. I want y'all to riddle me this. How is it possible to, like, steal somebody's flow and steal somebody's, like, how they act, and then be able to make 79 jokes off the top of your head in the span of 72 hours? I've been on go since last Saturday. You know what I'm saying? I can't copy nobody. I'm a comedian. I'm funny. There's several funny black bitches on this app. People compare other girls who are funny to me. And them girls are like, I'm not Fannita. I'm not trying to be like Fannita. I'm just making a joke. And I don't think everybody that makes a joke is trying to be like me. I think a lot of pretty bitches that get dressed up, have their ass and titties parked up, I think them bitches trying to be like me. But I don't think every funny bitch that tells a single joke is trying to be Fannita. I'm not that fucking delusional. A lot of you bitches are, so shut the fuck up. Gag it. If you don't like the way that I'm talking now, newsflash, I didn't like how y'all talked to me for 4 years. But I'll let y'all. So if you think I'm copying somebody, then block me. Block me today. Because trust me, I never want to see y'all again in my life, so I'm good with it. You know what I'm saying? Clean break, no contact. You know what I'm saying? Like, stop trying to spin something. Just because I'm funny when you bitches are not, and I've been funny. Here's my thing. If you want to say that I'm acting different or I'm stealing somebody's cadence in their flow, I implore you to scroll down my TikTok to November of 2020 and then come back and tell me what you think. Otherwise, shut the fuck up, funky bitches.
So listen, here's the thing. Some points of Fannita's I actually genuinely agree with. White people are the beauty standard, and they do get paid more, and that does need to be fixed. But Fannita needs to stop attacking people not involved in these bigger issues if that's what she truly cares about. You know what I mean? Like, if she genuinely wants to fix the pay discrepancy, she needs to stop calling everyone who watches her poor, first of all. Stop exposing every private, small person who leaves a hate comment. And she needs to stop going on these rants that aren't at all thought out and come across as her having this superiority complex over other people. She needs to start going for the companies that aren't paying her enough or not giving her the brand deals that she wants. She needs to start going after the bigger content creators who actually have a platform to hate on her and to spread their awful, hateful rhetoric. Because what she is saying right now is a whole bunch of nothing, and it is going to just make her lose everyone that supports her if she keeps up with it. So this is very much so my own personal retrospection of her, and it might not be true at all. It might be completely off base, but it's just what I've been observing. I think a lot of this behavior can be chalked up to a lack of self-confidence.
But I can finally just be real. This is how I am. This is my personality. I don't have to hide it anymore because I'm skinny now, and that's the unfortunate facts of when you're fat. You gotta like suppress yourself.
Fannita may come off as a very confident woman with the way she talks about certain subjects and the way she acts around people, and with her weight loss, like she seems to be very, like, a lot more confident in herself after her weight loss. But if she truly feels like she has never been able to talk about what she wanted to talk about, even when she was fat, then her whole confidence that she has is a front. Again, personal opinion of mine. Because I used to feel the same way when, like I said, has my bra been out this whole time? Oops. I have been a fat girl my whole life, but, and I did used to be scared to also speak my opinions as a fat girl. Just keep being like the funny friend, don't have opinions like that. But I have grown a lot as a person, and this is from my own personal experience, and again, it does not perfectly apply to her, but just from my point of view, I am now a very opinionated fat girl, and I will never let the fact that I am fat stop me from talking about what I want to talk about, because I am confident in who I am as a person, and Fannita obviously hasn't been if she was scared to talk about those opinions in the past. Speaking of me being an opinionated fat girl, I don't have a platform really at all right now. You'll see that this is my first video on this channel, but if you have made it to this point in the video, I'm going to have resources as well as donation links to Palestine as well as the Congo in the description of this video. If you have the means to donate, please do. If you want to just educate yourself, please do. And if you are a bigger content creator or you just have a platform in general to talk about these issues, please do. Because at the end of the day, everything that I've just yapped about is just stupid, petty internet drama about a person who has clean water to drink, good food to eat, a nice place to live, and plenty of means to live a pretty good life. Enough money to afford a tummy tuck, by the way, and like other surgeries. So like, she's good. She's great. Thank you for yapping with me. If you have opinions and your own yaps that you would like to share, please share them in the comments below, and I will yap with you next time.